AITA for refusing to play violin, even though it meant not being allowed to eat dinner? My parents recently put down the rule, no dinner until 1.5 hours of violin practice is completed. Since they realized I, 16F, rarely ever practiced violin, and if I did, it would be only for 30 minutes. I absolutely hate playing the violin. Last time I asked them if I could stop playing the violin, they said they'd ground me for a year, but they kept extending it past 3 years. People have recommended I try playing songs I like, and I tried. But then I ended up hating the songs. I'm not a lazy person in general. I'm quite good academically and physically. Around a week ago, I outright refused to practice violin and skipped dinners. My parents never thought that I'd choose that option and are extremely mad. They've taken away more things recently, such as books, art supplies, one of my hobbies, soft toys. I'm still very attached to them. Breakfast. Not that I ever ate it. Clothing besides one basic outfit and my school uniform, etc. I'm still refusing to play the violin. I've spoken to my friends about this and they just told me to give in to their demands. AITA for refusing to play the violin? NTA. Also, taking away meals as a form of punishment for wanting to quit an extracurricular activity you're no longer interested in is really dangerous parenting. Have you talked to an adult about this? It sounds very serious and should be handled ASAP. Your parents are withholding food from you? This is literally abuse. Please tell a teacher or counselor at school exactly what is happening. Not your violin teacher. NTA. Routinely withholding meals is abusive behavior. Withdrawing affection and enrichment is not exactly healthy parenting either. Why are they so determined that you will be proficient in this one instrument that gives you no joy whatsoever and that you will drop as soon as you can safely do so? NTA. They have totally ruined the violin for you. They drove you to hating it by forcing it on you. You cannot force an instrument or sport on your children. The role of the parent is provide opportunities for music, sports, dance, etc., and then encourage their child if they decide to take it up. Forcing a child to participate is the quickest way to kill of interest for life. My son joined hockey when was 4. I had zero illusions of him playing professional. From 4 to 17 he play house league, lots of fun and zero pressure. He loved it and I loved watching him. Now that he is grown and living abroad, he plays in a recreational league in the UK because he loves the sport and was never pressured into it. My only real goal back when he was 4 was to ensure he learned to skate. After all, he is Canadian. Hockey was bonus. Never pressure your kids into something you want. NTA. This sounds typical of an Asian family that tells their child to play the instrument for family pride? Enrichment of mind? A side hustle? Source. I was in such a family. Played some odd 4 instruments. None with great proficiency. If it is, then truly nothing will satisfy your parents' need of seeing their child play an instrument like they were the next Mozart. Eventually, if you keep the hunger strike up, either you will succumb to starvation, or your parents can be arrested for failing to provide food for their child. Would switching to a different instrument sound good to you? If yes, explain that you hate the violin. If no, then hunger strike it is. But either way, remember that the law is on your side, and all it takes is a call to the non-emergency police line or to Child Protection Services to help you out. NTA. At school, complain to the school nurse of weakness and feeling dizzy. First question will be, when did you eat last? Explain what is going on so the nurse calls home. It's a way of reporting it, without it looking intentional. NTA. Wow, your parents are huge Oz. You are old enough to decide what hobbies you want to take part in. They are super controlling. And for what? It's just going to make you resentful enough to move out at 18 and cut them off. Hope playing the violin was worth it to them. NTA, and I bet your violin teacher wouldn't agree with these tactics. Your parents are lucky that their biggest problem with a 16-year-old is not wanting to play the violin. NTA, and I'd report this to a trusted adult, teacher or a counselor perhaps. If not, exercise some malicious compliance. Play badly. Torture their ears for exactly an hour and a half every day. They never said you had to make beautiful sounds when practicing. NTA. Your parents are torturing you to force you to do something you hate. They are despicable. NTA, ever heard of malicious compliance? Practice badly, loudly, and in a shared space. Have fun with it. NTA. All this drama over a violin? The fact that they took away 2 meals out of 3 a day is crazy. Is the violin gonna be your golden ticket to an Ivy League or something? I'm petty AF. I would pretend to faint or something and get sent to the school nurse. Then let's see how your parents feel about taking away your food over a musical instrument. Unamused. Withholding meals and clothes is downright abusive. Call CPS or speak to the school counselor or a trusted adult if you can. This is all kinds of messed up. NTA. NTA, this behavior is abusive. Please talk to someone. At this point, you should talk to a school counselor. This is abuse. NTA, you're being abused. What kind of absolutely trash parents would threaten 3 years of grounding for not playing at #% at #%? Instrument. Are they dreaming about you becoming a legendary violinist? Are they using you to feed something they couldn't do as kids? Either way, trash parents. NTA. As a music teacher, I gotta say your parents are so wrong. Playing an instrument is something that requires a lot of time, patience, and practice. And you have to love that instrument to be able to do that. For years. It's horrible what they are doing. And punishing you like that. Music has to be a choice. A personal one. Something you love and look forward to, not a torture. Smash the violin. Your parents need to be reported to CPS for neglect. If you are not in the US, I hope your country has a good system to report neglectful parents. If you live somewhere in Asia, you need to take the help of a close friend or relative who can talk sense into your parents' heads. NTA.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.